Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. Wassalatu wassalamu ala Rasulil Kareem wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in. Brothers and sisters, inshallah, as part of our weekly reminders, today's reminder is looking at one of the ahadith we hear often, but reflecting on it a little bit deeper. A man once came to the Prophet ﷺ and he asked him that who should I give my time to, my honor to, my respect to? Who should I really elevate? And the Prophet ﷺ responded, as we know in the famous hadith, he said, your mother. And he asked, then who? Then he said, your mother, then who? Your mother, and then who? Your father, and so on and so forth. We often discuss it from the perspective of the rights of your mother, and that is absolutely correct. But in this short reminder, I want us to think about it from another perspective. This man was coming and saying that I have very limited time. I work, I do many things. Who should I spend the extra time that I have with? Who should I devote that time to? And the Prophet ﷺ was helping him prioritize. The Qur'an mentions قُلْ إِنَّ صَلَاتِي وَنُسُكِي وَمَحْيَايَ وَمَمَاتِيَ لِلَّهِ رَبِّ الْعَالَمِينَ, that say, verily, my prayers, my rituals, my living and my dying is all for Allah. Oftentimes, the issue that we have living in America is that things are so fast-paced, and that it is very easy to get it sucked into so many different directions, to learn more and educate more, to work a little bit extra at work and get ahead on the next day, to spend some extra time with family and friends and stay up until very late in the evening, doing something, watching something. It is very easy to get swept into anything. And when you really think about the little bit of time that you have between work or studies and sleeping, you realize that this is something really, really precious. You realize that I really do need to prioritize. The word decision that we often hear, it comes from a Latin word that means to cut. When you make a decision, you're cutting one of two paths you can go. If you had two ropes pulling in two different ways, you're pulling one of those and you're going in the other direction. And so it's a reminder for us that we don't want to be like those that in the Qur'an we were reciting today, يَقُولُ يَا لَيْتَنِي قَدَّمْتُ لِحَيَاتِي. Oh, woe to me, if only I could go back in time. If only I could be back on earth, how it would be different. You know, they often ask that question, if you only had one day to live, what would you do? And subhanAllah, compared to some of the people of the past, like Nuh alayhi salam, we really do have only one day to live. And so let's, inshallah, of course, have ihsan, as the Qur'an mentions, لا تنسى نصيبك من الدنيا, that never forget your share of the world. Do what you need to and from the world, but do not make the world your priority. Whenever possible, continue in the memorization of the Qur'an, in the recitation of the Qur'an. And as we said in the hadith, your mother, your mother, your mother. If you're blessed to still have your mother, spend time with her. Those gates of Jannah will not always be open. And really, really prioritize what you believe will be the closest way for you to come to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And you will see, inshallah, Allah will put blessings in the rest of your life if you make that priority. Sometimes it is hard to extract yourself from a very fun family gathering, but you say, I need to leave a little early for Fajr. Or I need to leave work on time because I need to make sure to spend some time with family. It's difficult. You are making a trade-off, no doubt about it. But you will see that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala rewards you for that. So we ask Allah to help us in making the right decisions, in cutting the right things, and in prioritizing that which is most dearest to Him. Jazakumullah khairan. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.